Hello, time travelers, and welcome to the Aging Journey podcast, where we explore aging and time in tabletop roleplay games. Content warnings are listed in the description below. Enjoy the journey.
All right, we are back again following the prominent Chicago crew, the Piers, who run a not-so-legitimate lake touring company and have just had an interesting few days in this fantasy 1931 Chicago. So, last episode, the Piers were in a very bad way. Each one, Cesar, Kallie, Raymond, and Liv, separated from one another and are simply trying to survive through their own little personal nightmares somewhere across the city. Meanwhile, their companions, Lawrence, Betty, Eric, and Seamus, have banded together to find the members of the Piers who have been missing so far with no contact for over 24 hours. When we left off, you all had located Cesar unconscious in the ruins of the Stallion Hotel. And then after defeating the unkillable goons of the wise men, you all made your way to the hospital where you learned where Cesar may have been patched up. And you followed a stranger into the sewers. Kids don't do that at home. And you came across a doctor working hard to keep Gerald alive. You also learned that supposedly all the leaders of each of the individual gangs that make up the Red Syndicate are dead, and that Asphira is the only one alive and was captured. And this is kind of where we come back to X marks the spot. Chicago is burning. Whole blocks are going up. Smoke is turning the setting sun a deep bloody red. You all can hear sirens screaming in every direction, and at some point they kind of become background noise. Whatever control the city had at some point is completely gone, and there is only chaos. A few weeks ago, as a reminder, an announcement was made by Mrs. Russo, head of the Red Syndicate, where she unveiled collaborators to what she called a brighter future for the crime world here in Chicago. They were called the Wise Men. 2 days ago, a cleansing began. First, it was the Rinaldis, with Asphira being kidnapped. Next, the Volkovs' warehouse went up in flames. No one has heard from Fatima over at Candy Canes, and the Piers are missing. So, quick reminder of what the city looks like. Kneel or burn basically seems to be the message for the Russos, as only their territory seems to be unaffected at this point. As the sun sets on the second day since this chaos began, people are still fleeing for their lives. They're either in hiding because you haven't yet, other than the hospital, seen anyone from the other gangs, or they're filling up the hospitals with their own injuries. You four are now rummaging around like a filthy back rooms of a makeshift vet's office as a doctor tries to basically keep Gerald's insides inside. Gerald of the left hand. He's unconscious, and she is basically giving you each an order. So I need you all to roll. You can roll anything you'd like. I will tell you what she's asking you to do. And I just basically need you to explain to me how you're using your stat to do the thing. I would suggest be creative because she does need really specific stuff that's going to be difficult to find in this grimy, filthy kind of backwater vet's office. So she needs a cloth or gauze, preferably clean, some kind of disinfectant, any kind really, oxygen if you can get it, and someone to help with like either keeping pressure on the wound while she does the suturing or someone to do the suturing. So I'm going to put that list in the chat, and you can pick any one, and you can do any stat. You do have to get a DC 10 for what you're doing to be helpful. If you get a 5 or less, you're going to be the opposite of helpful. If you get if you get over like a 12, you might just help save Gerald's life. So, what is everyone doing?
Lawrence is spry for an old man.
Also search this area.
He can run for things.
Can I just give you clean cloth?
Do you have clean cloth?
Well, I have a dress on, so my slip underneath is probably pretty clean.
Okay. All right. What would you be rolling to basically either give or, convince that this is going to be something that's going to be useful as a cloth or gauze?
I guess it would be flight, because I have to try and get out of the slip without it touching the terrible sewer floor of any kind.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And also try to not be naked in front of a bunch of people.
I like it. Okay. All right, then let's see how you... Actually, we'll wait on you rolling. And
Okay.
let me have everyone tell me what you're picking and what you're doing, and then I'll have you all roll.
I mean, you need someone to put pressure on something, I can help. Just tell me where to put my hands and I'll hold them.
Okay. That's what Seamus is doing?
Yes.
Do you know where oxygen could be found? I'm surprisingly fast. I could get it.
You could try to figure out where like the closest place could be. Or you could use another stat to figure out how to get it. You guys are in the sewers. Like, you guys walked a while, but that was because the person who was walking with you was slow and like chatting as if y'all didn't have things to do. So you guys aren't that far from the hospital. And then also, you can also just look around and see if there's anything maybe you want to fashion into something that can deliver oxygen. So for everyone, I think I said this last time, but this was where Gerald was keeping the were-rats. So they do have like medical equipment, but it's for animals, and obviously, they're probably not in the best, like in terms of cleanliness or anything like that. But you can look around and see if you can try to fashion something. Or you can go outside or have someone go outside or try to convince someone to go outside. Right now, it's just the doctor, you four, and the stranger.
How far from the hospital that we were in are we?
I think not that far for someone to just run back, get some oxygen and come back without like stopping or talking to anyone. Like it would just have to be I need oxygen, run in, grab it from somewhere and then run out. And hopefully they don't get like pursued because they're stealing medical supplies from the hospital. I think that's the best bet you could get if you did that route.
Lawrence is fast. He'll try that.
Okay, sounds like a flight.
Yay.
Okay. So we have Seamus, Betty, and Lawrence. What's Eric doing? I think at this point, the only thing left is the disinfectant.
Well, I mean, considering I do have prepared as one of my attributes, I could spend the adversity token just to potentially have it. Like some sort of like flask of something, maybe. But, yeah, I mean, I think he could also just run out and easily find it. Like, he does have a lot of street smarts, so...
I will say that you'd probably find it in the room. You would just have to make a roll to determine if you get, like, a good one. There's lots of different types of disinfectants.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me.
What do you think you would roll to determine? Do you want to just case the room? Do you want to go out to the other room where like the cages were and case that room as well? Or you just want to look around and see if you find anything?
Yeah, just looking around. I mean, search as much as possible quickly for the best one, so...
Okay. Then let's first have you quickly just roll a brains roll as you look around. We'll call it a DC 4.
Right on the money, 4.
Okay. Yeah, you actually find a variety of things that could be disinfectant. There's literally just like alcohol, like disinfectant alcohol, but there's also like grain alcohol, or like brown liquor alcohol, in like a bottle that clearly Gerald has been drinking. There's also like other different types of disinfectant, like the type you would like bleach, and other stuff. There's a whole closet, like pantry closet, full of different type of stuff, but also different types of disinfectant. And I'll say you can go through there and get the one you think would be the most sterile. I mean, you know.
He'll take a swig of the liquor.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
And then I will have you roll. What do you want to roll to? So you all are going to have to get your hands dirty, right? So you're all putting your hands on Gerald. That's why I'm having you roll something. That means that if you get the DC 10, you should be fine. You've helped Gerald. If you get way less, you've messed up. And if you get way more, you really, really helped. So I'm going to say, since you're the one getting the disinfected, you're going to help with the disinfectant, but you can help with that any way you want. What would you like to roll for that?
So I've already found so it's like what I'm doing with it is the...
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would go towards grit for like street smarts of like people being beat up before potentially, but...
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So everybody has their role as she points to each of you and gives you a task, and you all fan out to either find things or go get things. Everyone has an idea of what they're trying to do, what they're going for, and then the one person or the two people that did flight are trying to get somewhere and come back on time. So let's see how that all goes. And we're going to do that kind of through RP. Let me put this down. So you all are given your instructions. You go off in your separate ways, and her hands and actually all the way up to her elbows are completely covered in Gerald's blood as she is trying desperately to just keep things in place. But also there is a staple gun. It's definitely not a medical staple gun, but it's the best she's got. And so she picks that up in like one of her bloody hands, and she's literally holding like the skin together. And she looks over at Seamus, and she's like, "Young boy, if you could." And she wants you to grab the 2 flaps for her of his skin that have been ripped open and hold them closed.
Okay, gotcha. I'll roll up my sleeves real quick, rub my hands together, and then go in and grab the 2 flaps and try and hold them together.
All right, go ahead and roll whatever you're rolling. DC is a 10.
That's a 19.
Hey.
Nice.
Starting off strong.
You do wonderfully. Not only are you able to hold them together, but as she comes with the staples, your hands are deft and they move out of the way right when they need to. Hold them, pinch skin together when she needs you to, and she's able to staple him closed. And now she's going to put down the staple gun and go and find the thread that she has disinfected with the last bit of disinfectant, but she needs a little bit more. And so she's going to look over at Eric. Did you find anything?
Yep. Has one bottle, has 2 bottles, the one that he's been drinking out of, and then hands the other.
She looks at the 2 bottles as you come close, and she goes, "Oh, that's wonderful." Grabs the whiskey bottle, takes a swig herself, gives that back to you. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so the disinfectant, if you would, and she's going to have you pour it over the wound as she begins to sew. So that's going to be a DC 10.
10 on the spot.
Perfect. You're able to pour it over slow enough to where she can clearly see. The blood begins to run like off his stomach so that she can properly sew up the smaller, more difficult areas. And he is basically put back together. However, he doesn't seem to be responding at all. Most likely because he has lost a lot of blood. And even though she is able to close him up, he's still bleeding because there isn't anything over the wound. And obviously he's having a hard time breathing because most likely, other than his organs being on the outside, he most likely has had some issues with lungs. So she's going to look around to see if Lawrence has come back with the oxygen, and if Betty has been able to do a bit of a magic show by the magic show when you take a tablecloth off the table and nothing moves.
Or the one I do after work while I take my bra out my sleeve.
Exactly.
Hey.
She's gonna look she's gonna just look around to see if you guys are there, and so she'll probably see Betty first. So Betty, go ahead and roll yours as she looks at you. Did you see anything clean?
Well, hang on just a second there, doll. It was a 9 plus nothing.
A 9?
A 9.
Okay. You were able to, take it off without anyone, seeing any bits or goods that they weren't supposed to.
Didn't pay for?
However, it is it's a beautiful slip, but it is silk, not cotton. And so she takes it and she's like, this is all we got, so it's fine. And she's able to wrap it around, but it's not going to do as well as it would have if it was she was able to put pressure on it, and if it was really absorbent. But she is able to wrap that around him. And then finally, she looks around for Lawrence, who hopefully has come back with the oxygen.
Hopefully.
So let's have
You
a
can do
roll. DC 10.
Oh, yes, I can. That's a 19.
Wow.
Wow. I don't think you guys have even saw Lawrence leave or come back. He does the thing that you all can do, but you haven't seen it amongst each other. But we have all seen it as we followed the Piers. But he just shows up with stuff in his hand. Don't know when he left. Don't know how long it took him. And so as she looks around for Lawrence, you were just right next to her with a full oxygen kit. She's like, okay, thank you.
Liv likes Geraldine. Geraldine is Gerald's sister, therefore Liv's like Gerald. Lawrence cares.
Aww. She takes it and plops it over him. There is no he's not hooked up to any machinery because they don't have any here, but she does have a watch on her wrist, and she's able to take his pulse and just check his eyes with a flashlight, and you see the bag getting bigger and getting smaller as he breathes a little easier. And you all have saved Gerald. Round of applause.
Yay! Go team.
Yeah.
Hooray!
She sort of gives a really long sigh and finally lets her hands fall to her side. She looks exhausted. Clearly this is not the first person she's had to help like this. And she looks up at all of you. You all came at the exact right time. Thank you.
Yep, no problem, doll. So, where'd you find him like this?
Well, it's a bit of a strange story, but I was actually working on someone else when he was brought in by a fairly tall man, thin, I guess, athletic, black hair. I feel like I've seen him before, but I don't really get across the territories. I really just come to the left hand when they need me, and I don't really, I don't keep in touch with the criminal world, so I don't know their relationship. But yeah, he brought him in, left him here, and refused, any help. He didn't look that great himself, but that was the last I saw him, and I have been working on him ever since.
You get a name for this tall guy, or just some random dude who knows this place?
I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You guys anyone can kind of make a roll to see if they can figure out based on her, or you can just ask more questions, or you can roll charm to see if you can figure out who this was.
Sure.
What would be the role just to think about it? I'm not very charming.
You could do a brains, or she would probably just answer more questions.
Okay.
It's
Gotcha.
really mostly, was she paying attention enough to be able to tell you enough detail for you to know who it was, or if you have a specific question you feel like you could ask that would help you determine who it was that she might not know to tell you.
What would the role be for Lawrence to go through the roster in his head of Liv's friends?
Oh, I feel like you would just know that. You know everything about her and her whole life. You probably carry her little black book.
No comment.
Just opens up, starts flipping through it, just seeing if there's any information.
Nope. Well, that one's not tall, and that one.
Pretty much.
And well, that one's a lady.
Does the physical description she described sound like anyone we know?
It could be a lot of people. It could be Cesar, although people mostly talk about him as being huge. That's generally like his descriptor. As well as Cesar is kind of well known, but she did say she's a doctor that doesn't really keep with the crime world. So I think the issue is that maybe she would know who that is, but she wouldn't know how to explain that to you. And she's not really in the world. So I don't think she would know his name, even if you said, was it Cesar? Was it Raymond? Was it so-and-so? She'd be like, I don't know.
I don't know them guys.
Yeah. She begins to kind of clean herself up as much as possible with the last bit of the disinfectant and takes like another swig of whiskey.
Can Lawrence, with or without a little black book, go through and start describing people that it might be to her to see if any of them seem right?
Sure. Give me a charm roll. We'll say the DC is going to be a 4 because she might just be like, her description was pretty vague.
We got a 5.
Woof.
You describe everyone in Liv's little black book. And she's kind of like, I mean, could be that one guy you just said. He did have black hair. I mean, I don't know if that height is the same height. He was pretty tall. He wasn't horribly tall, but he was fairly tall. Oh, mustache. Did that guy have a mustache?
Not at the time. Oh, but this one did. Oh, and he liked to wear 3-piece suits. Was he wearing a 3-piece suit?
I think so.
Okay, that's a possibility. What about this? Oh, nope. I'm assuming it wasn't. You said it was a man, yes?
Yes.
Okay,
And he looks
let's
real messed up.
Flips a couple of pages. Nope.
He's quite nice. He had, and she looks at Betty. He had a very local accent.
I'm from Minnesota.
It wasn't Raymond
Lawrence?
King, was it?
Yeah, Lawrence describes Raymond.
She smiles. That was him. Yes.
What?
Well, where did he go?
I don't know.
Well, that's not helpful.
It sure isn't.
Well, at least he was. When did this happen?
I don't know. I've been ripping and running literally all day. I've gotten several pagers that people need me at the hospital as well, but I have just been so busy. There was another guy that I also did, and then I don't remember what happened to him. I've literally just been seeing people all day, to be honest, in the sewers mostly.
But Raymond just left, and he wasn't. He didn't look hurt or nothing.
No, I mean, he wasn't as bad as Gerald. Gerald was dead. Pretty much. It's a miracle, honestly, that we were able to put him back together with the stuff in this room. He didn't look that bad, but he was limping, and he had a lot of scars, and he was bleeding. And I did offer to patch him up, but he wanted me to focus on Gerald.
Well, that's Mr. Raymond, a gentleman, if I do say so myself.
Indeed. Lawrence describes Liv and Kallie.
No, I haven't seen either of them today.
Damn.
He did leave something, and she points to the corner, and all of you see a giant iron 2-headed axe, where one side is flat and the other side is a blade.
Oh, well, I want that.
Where did he get that?
I have no idea. I have no idea what's happening, to be honest.
Honestly, nobody does.
Great. Well,
Did he head back into the sewers?
I would assume the where you guys are is like the end room. So like there's the walkway, there's the sewer like walkway, and then you went to the bigger room, which is out in the hallway, from the hallway, which is where all the rats were kept. So it's just empty cages, and then you went into a room. So this is like a back room off of an offshoot of the sewers. So he left the room, but she couldn't see where else he went. I'm sorry, I can't be of more help. You guys have really helped me today. I wish I could do more, but I don't know if this will happen, but I can try to wake Gerald. I'm sure he would know more than I do.
Would he survive that?
I mean, he survived this long, and I understand we're in a state of emergency, but I do need to get paid for this. So I am going to wake him up eventually.
Well, when you do, make sure he knows that it was the Piers who helped him out, all right?
Of course. The Piers. Oh, you guys are at, what is it? 12 ways?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that place. I heard the stallion had burnt down. That right next to you?
Yeah, no, like everything's on fire up top.
Great.
Well, hopefully not the tour house. It might.
No, not. Oh, dude, we
It
might
might
want to take a
still
look
be
at that.
okay.
I don't want that to burn down. Now, while the boss is out.
She scrambles over to the other side of the room and comes back with something in her hand, and she'll just hand it out and anyone can grab it. It is a old radio. Gerald used to use this. It might work. I don't really know how to use those things, but I do remember that he used to use those to see what's going on with the cops and the EMS as he was moving product. If you know what I mean, because he was a criminal, so the product was illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know, dear.
Great. Okay. Well, I am going to get cleaned up. And I mean, he's stable, but I'm gonna have to take him to the hospital. So I'm gonna get that ready, and I hope that helps. Thank you again.
Well, thank you, and
Cool.
good luck at the hospital.
And if you hear anything important from Gerald when he wakes up, you let us know.
Absolutely.
Have him talk to one of our guys is up at the hospital. If they meet up, have him talk to him or something.
Sure. I'll tell him to get word to the Piers. I'm sure he'll know how to do that.
Cool. I'm gonna take this axe, by the way. You don't need it, right?
No, I don't need it. I can't even pick it up. It's huge. It's like a really long handle that is almost 5 foot in itself, and then the metal part is on the concrete ground as it's leaning up against the wall, and each side of it is humongous. This is a two-handed large weapon.
You're a little scrawny, Seamus. Are you sure you can wield that?
I got it. I'm surprised Ray was able to pick this thing up. Let's give it a go.
Okay. You guys now have a radio and a huge double-handed axe. And I'll also say, as you say, oh, I'm surprised that Ray could pick that up. And she goes, oh, no. Gerald had it in his other hand. One arm was over Raymond, but he was still holding the other one. He's beefy. So I was honestly a little surprised that he was this hurt. It takes a lot to put him down.
Dang.
And if Cesar were here, he would remember that and tell you all. But unfortunately, well, good luck out there.
Yeah, you too.
Give me a grit roll to see if you're able to easily pick this bad boy up.
Is this grit or brawn?
Okay, yeah, we'll do brawn. Sure.
Oh, thank you.
We'll do a DC 10.
Okay. Oh no, it's a 3, and I do not have the adversity to make it better.
No.
I could get up to a 9, but
you are still able to pick it up, but it is a struggle, and it is going to slow you down.
I'll just drag it behind.
Yeah. So you guys you'll still have it, but it's quite heavy. It is most likely made of something like lead or full like iron all the way through. It's a heavy beast.
Now, young man, do you want to see if Eric can carry it, or
I swear, if Eric can carry this thing and I can't, I'm going to be disappointed.
Is it grit or brawn? Do I have to do the same roll?
Yep.
Should I roll grit or brawn? I guess was the question. Do I need to
brawn
match brawn? Okay, cool. Let me get the D10. A 6. How much do I need?
10.
10. I mean, just for the plot, I'm gonna spend all my adversity tokens.
Frick you!
It's still difficult to pick up, but you're.
Oh, that means I explode to 11. Rolled a 1.
But yeah, Eric is able to actually put it over his shoulder.
Yeah, no problem.
Frick you, quiet guy.
Sweat. No sweat.
Sure.
And he's like grimacing, trying to hold it.
As you guys make your way out of the room, who has the radio?
I guess I could have it. I'm
Okay,
not
that makes
very
sense.
smart.
It's like a CT radio, so you can talk back, but you can also just listen to what people are saying. And as you kind of turn it on, you're getting a lot of graininess because you guys are under the street, but you can still hear. Mainly, it's a lot of other people talking over each other and talking about emergencies all throughout the city. And at some point, you do hear the words 12 ways touring.
Oh, we better head back just in case, like you said, maybe the building's on fire. We gotta save the important paperwork.
Well, I mean, what are we gonna do if there's like one of those wise guys over there? I mean, it's not like we can do much.
Yeah, but I don't know. We don't want our home to burn down either.
Yeah. But,
And
I
if
mean,
Raymond's still alive, he might have headed there.
Yeah, but we got a lead here, right? We're trying to find
Do
Ray.
we?
Do we? I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know where he went.
No, you guys don't know where he went. You might know once Gerald gets unconscious, once he becomes conscious again. But until then, you just kind of have to continue to follow whatever lead, whatever crumb. And the who was the guy? The non-Seamus. As you guys leave, he just kind of follows you. Second Seamus. He just kind of follows you like a, like a stray pet. He just kind of like, so where we going?
Careful, second Seamus. If you stay around too long, you're gonna end up working for us, all right?
Oh. Never had a job. That'd be cool.
That
Yeah, that's
doesn't
how
surprise
most of
me.
us got in here.
Hey, yo, wait.
What?
What if we just send this guy? What if we just tell this guy to go check on the 12 ways for us? Or we have this guy come get us when
Well, where else we gonna go, huh, Seamus? Because as far as I know, we have no idea where Raymond went after he dropped them off here.
Well, it is possible he went back to the touring company, or he might have gone back to where he and Gerald were if perhaps Miss Kallie or Miss Liv were there.
Oh, I'm a smart guy. Hold on. Maybe Ray has something like meetings down in his paperwork over at the office. Maybe he had a meeting with this guy and he wrote it down. Maybe we can figure out where they met.
So it's like we gotta go back to the 12 ways, huh?
That sounds like a great idea.
Wow, if only a man had thought of that.
That's a great idea, Seamus.
Look, I sense you're mocking me, and I will not. I'll cut women just as well as men. Okay, so I ain't picky. So watch yourselves.
You all make your way back to 12 Ways Touring. When you come up from the sewers, and you guys went, I'll say, I didn't put a hospital on the map, but we'll say you're down in the south, in the Rum Runners area. And so you do need to just go back up to 12 Ways. I'll say that as you guys come up from like the entrance to the sewer that you guys went down, Lawrence, you didn't see this when you ran to the hospital and ran back, or teleported, however you get around. But it is much, much worse up on the surface. You can all feel heat. And just as you come out of the entrance and come back on the street, one of the buildings next to the Rum Runners sewer entrances explodes in a fiery destruction, and you are all almost blown back. And I need all of you to roll a grit.
Whoa.
DC is going to be 6 to see if you stay on your feet.
Oh no. I don't think I can even make it. Oh, I exploded.
My grit's so high, guys.
Wait, what was the DC again? You said 16? 6. Oh, thank goodness. I'll take that.
I got 6 on the nose.
I got an 8.
I got 11 minus 1, so 10.
Oh, I guess
my
my
best
7.
stat. Grit is the best stat for me, and I rolled a 2 on the d20.
Yo, I feel that.
No.
Yikes.
Well, you are carrying a huge object,
Yeah.
and so your weight is way off, and so everyone else is able to keep their footing as, you know, debris and glass and the bricks of this building fall, and there's a huge burning of materials all around you. You're able to keep most of your footing, but as you try to like move or get out of the way, you will tip over from the weight. And I'll say you just tip backwards. As you all like regain your senses, you look down the street and see the city is on fire.
Oh,
And across or on the radio, you hear a bunch of just incessant chatter over each other. Like, we need, paramedics down here on the south side. Has anyone been to, the theater that's burning? And you also once again hear, we're across from the Stallion Hotel. Everything's on fire. And indeed, this is what the city looks like now.
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Oh, they burned our homes.
No.
Good.
On
Damn it.
fire.
Hey, my dogs.
A really
Yes.
fancy hotel.
Even the firefighters are overwhelmed because of all of the things they're trying to go to, and they just don't have enough as they're getting deployed. And so you continue to see them coming up and down the street, but things still continue to burn and it gets worse. You hear another explosion from around the corner, and you know that as you all try to make your way to 12 Ways, when you round the corner, you see the entire street. The stallion is still kind of on fire, but it got under control. But you do see that 12 Ways is ablaze.
I wonder if his schedule book made it.
Nah.
Why don't you go look,
that kind of
Seamus?
place. Oh, ladies first, of course.
What about? Has anyone seen the receptionist? I forget the dear girl's name.
Oh, she's probably gone by now. I mean, look at the city.
I believe her name was, I want to say Minnie.
That sounds right.
I can't remember. Millie, there we go. You know what? That's a great question. Let's see. Let's roll a d6 for Millie.
Oh God.
We'll make this her grit. We'll make the DC. Did she get out on? Well, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna say that it went up in flames while she was there because I believe she said she was going to stay there.
That is what she said.
Well, that's not
So
good.
let's do a grit to see if she. Actually, let's do a flight to see if she's able to get out quicker. So we'll give her a d12 for flight. She's a quick girl. She knows the emergency protocol. And we'll make the DC. Actually, would you all have, or do you know if the Piers would have like a secret exit?
Yeah, we have a couple.
Okay.
We said it in the beginning.
Okay. Then we'll say DC's a 3, because she would know those.
Although, wait, didn't we say she
gosh.
didn't really know about the criminal activity?
She didn't, but she is still an employee.
Okay, good.
And so you guys probably were like, just in case. You
A
don't need to
completely
apply.
legal bolt holes.
Yeah. There would be no reason why she would need to use it, but just in case.
Hey, sometimes tourists get nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no reason. She literally just got a 3. So yes, I will say she was able to make it. However, let's see how her grit was. This will kind of tell us what she did afterwards. Did she panic? Did she keep a level head? Did she try to find or grab something? Let's see. DC, what did I say the DC was going to be? I'll say. Oh, I think I had her have a bit of a crush on Raymond. I
Oh
believe.
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So her DC is also going to be low because I think she would. Okay, so let's do a DC of a 2 that she on her grit, and her grit's going to be D6. Oh my gosh, she got a 1.
Oh, after all that.
Oh, no.
Understandable.
I mean, the house is on fire.
I'll say that she has adversity tokens, so I'll give her 1. And she had just make a 2. So I'll say with barely making a 2, she was able to keep a level head, but she wasn't able to grab anything physical. She was just able to get out quickly as the place burnt and find her way outside, and made sure not to just run up to the next person and screaming that she needs help. She does know, even though I think she's a fairly smart girl, even though she technically doesn't know what you guys do, she's not stupid. She knows what you guys do. You're literally in a city that is ruled by crime. So I think she would just know that she needs to hide somewhere or stay somewhere until she can get with people who are friends of you guys. So at the moment, I'll say that's what's going on with Millie. I will say, though, as you guys come around the corner and see everything ablaze, you'll have to make a decision on, finding her.
Well, which of the safe houses do you think she's in?
I mean,
Hmm.
from here, probably one of the dock ones. With all the fire, water seems to be a good idea.
And she is a smart cookie.
Okay. You guys make your way, or you try to make your way past 12 Ways the traditional way, but it is completely closed off. That entire block on both sides is a flame, so they're not letting people go down there. But if you try to go around, that's also blocked off. But you can try to go like down the river, although both sides of the river are also on fire. But the river is not on fire. So it's this little river right below the 12 Ways touring that goes to the Lake Michigan, in between Cesar and Liv's house. So I'll say you guys are going to try to take the river. How are you going to try to get from on the river to the dock? I'm assuming you have a boat, but
Yeah, where are the keys
let's
for the
see
tour
if the
boat?
boat's on fire. Honestly,
I mean, everything else is.
yeah. The boat's probably on fire. Let's do a grit roll for the boat. We'll give it a D6. Just see how it's faring when you get to it. Okay, it's a 5. It's actually hasn't burnt yet.
Great.
Okay, I'll say
Does
you
it-
all go on the boat. Make your way to the safe house. We'll just say that, sure, she went to that specific safe house. So
Oh,
you guys
wow.
don't have to run around trying to go to 5 different.
What a good guesser we are.
Exactly.
Our companion powers. We just know. They say, find Millie. We go find Millie.
And you find her in this little safe house. She is crying her eyes out.
Oh.
Full tears, sniffling as you guys walk in. And she's just like, I'm so sorry. I tried, but it all went up so fast.
Well, now, there, dear. We know you tried your best. Look at this city. The whole thing's on fire. You couldn't have done anything. I'm going to sit down next to her and let her, give her a hug and stuff.
She tries to collect herself a bit, but I know Mr. Raymond's schedule forward and back every day by heart, and I just wanted to grab some things. I had a shrine in the back, some of his pictures.
So, not to be insensitive, dear, but do you remember if he had any meetings today? And did you see him on your way out? Because they've been saying that Mr. Raymond's alive. He's just running around the city somewhere.
No, I didn't see him. I wish I had, those bastards. And she describes to you one of the wise men's goons. And they basically, and she'll just basically like, they threw Molotovs and something else. I don't know. It went up in flames in like seconds. I couldn't even get out the front door because the stallion was reigniting. Oh my gosh. It was a nightmare. But I don't think he had a meeting outside of 12 Ways. Usually people come to the office. I knew he was gonna head out, but I don't 100% know. I mean, usually when he just goes out to hang, he's hanging with Gerald.
Yeah, we just came from there.
Oh. Well, Cesar would know. They go to that one place in the sewers all the time.
Oh, yeah, he's in the hospital.
Oh. This is a nightmare. And she begins to cry again.
Oh.
Oh.
It's a good thing you didn't die. You probably should be dead if you saw the wise men.
Eric!
Eric!
Wait, he's
So
not wrong.
true.
I mean,
No. Hush. Everything's going to be fine.
Callie's probably dead, so I'm pretty broken up about that.
how you
What?
doing?
Yeah, we
bud?
could
Are you
tell.
good? You're good.
No, nobody's dead until we see the body. You know the rule.
Hey, Caesar's alive. I mean, last time we saw him, so I'm doing great.
It doesn't count until we've disposed of the corpse.
I'm about to say,
That's-
we make
that's
bodies
true.
disappear. We're pretty good at that. The wise men could also be good at that.
You make bodies disappear?
No, figurative bodies, dear.
What?
We
What's
make
the
problems
difference?
disappear, you know?
Okay.
Anyway, do you know if, like, Kallie or Liv or Ray had anything going on the day that this all kicked off? Like, before everything started burning down?
No, Liv had me wipe her schedule for the week. She was going to go on vacation. And I can't remember if Kallie had any. I mean, she generally doesn't need me to put stuff on her calendar, you know? She kind of keeps that to herself.
Did you
I
grab
don't-
Callie's files? She will kill you if you didn't do that.
Eric!
I tried. I couldn't. It all went up so fast.
Don't worry, we already established Callie's probably dead, so she won't come
Yeah,
after you.
It's fine.
She won't perish if she's dead. You're right.
I think I need to sleep.
Yes, dear. Why don't you go lay down, and if you think of anything that could help us find them, just let us know, but have a nap.
She does kind of start wiping her eyes and catches a glimpse of the huge hammer that Eric is holding. And she's like, where did you, are you doing something with that?
Why, have you seen it before?
Yeah. And she gets herself together again. Yeah, there was a manifesto that I was asked to file by Raymond, who is live, and it was from Gerald, the left hand, and I was gonna file it in his file, and there was an exchange, like a contract that I needed to review and make copies of, and it was to it was for a commissioned weapon, I think, or something, and there was a picture, and the picture looked like that. But
Now,
yeah,
wait.
I remember that.
Gerald was ordering this from Raymond, or it was something Raymond was getting from Gerald?
I believe it was an exchange of items. The hammer was being paid by Raymond for. It was being paid for by Raymond.
Like, Raymond paid for Gerald to have the hammer?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah. And so I had to file that and the receipts with the contract. I think it was made by I think Geraldine, I want to say. But I don't remember why. Like I don't remember what he got. I just remember I had to file the contract. I saw the picture of the hammer and that it was commissioned for Geraldine to create one and a receipt for Raymond's payment.
Did they have, like, a delivery location for the hammer?
Yes, it's the same location that is That's usual for the northern left hands. I can write that down for you.
Okay, that's probably more sewers, right?
It's what?
Just give us the address. We'll be fine.
Oh, okay. She'll write it down for you. Lawrence, you have the little black book. I'm assuming you also probably have her address book. You probably carry all of her things.
Yes.
This address is recognizable. It's not Geraldine's exact address, but it's the address she gives if people want to know like where she's at.
Oh. I've been here before. I can lead us there. Without, giving away too much of Miss Liv's personal information, I've delivered notes to this place before.
Yes, many times. Millie sort of just cocks an eyebrow. All right. I think I'm gonna lie down. I have a splitting headache. She'll get up and lie in the back. It's an uncomfortable cot, but she passes out pretty much immediately.
Are we gonna have to worry about her like ratting us out to the cops when all this is done, or?
Well, we'd have to worry about it less if you would stop threatening her.
I mean, loose ends, gotta cut them, and all that. But just asking.
No. She's in love with Raymond. As long as he's alive, she'll be loyal.
We'd only have to worry about it if he was dead.
Okay.
Which we know now. He is alive, walking around somewhere.
You just need to find him and the others, and everything will slowly go back to normal, and we'll rebuild from the ashes.
Yeah. Or we can all skip town and cross the river and never look back.
I hear New Orleans is a lovely place to start up a business. They have a whole bayou you can hide bodies in.
Yo, bio touring. Be a bio. Oh, not touring. You know what? I think I just had a stroke or something. I don't know what the
You all right, Seamus? Did you hit your head?
No. Maybe it's like swamp wafers or waters or something. I don't know, man.
Who's holding the radio as you guys make your way out of the safe house?
I was.
You hear a familiar voice, the doctor who is helping Gerald. Hello? I don't know if I'm using this correctly.
No, you got us, dear. Come on.
Oh, good. I'm glad I actually got you. Hi, Gerald is awake for a bit. So I didn't know if you wanted to. If you had a question. I did let him know you were looking for your friend.
That's excellent news. Are you down in the sewer still, or are you out at the hospital now?
Well, it's a good thing you asked. We're in a bit of a pickle. We try to make it out of the sewers, but well, how do I say this? There's a giant creature in the water of the sewers.
Is it a rat person?
I don't think so.
All right, we're on our way.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Come on, you schlubs. We gotta go rescue some people.
Now, I will say, the city is burning, and time is of the essence.
So down into the sewers we go.
What if as we're walking, can we just have her put him on the radio and have him talk to us, and we can say we're coming to help, but then we just go wherever he says to go?
I would suggest that half of you go to help Gerald and half of you go to figure out what's going on with Raymond.
Well, that makes sense.
But we don't know where Raymond is until we talk to Gerald anyway, right? Or
Geraldine.
We have the
Geraldine.
location.
I mean, you'll find Gerald will give you information. Everyone will give you information. You just don't know what that information will be until you get to them.
All right. Well, do we send the killers here among us to go rescue Gerald? Send any smart people off to this address?
I mean, you might want 1-on-1 because we don't know if whatever's waiting at the other address is like a bunch of goons or what.
That's
Yeah,
true.
no, you're fair enough. So, who here feels like they could take a bunch of goons?
Hmm?
I could
shaman them to
Wise
I could run from goons.
or regular goons? Wiseman goons, no, none of us.
Well, yeah, probably not.
We run if we see them, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I mean, if we had like Cesar backing us up, but I did fancy another rematch.
But even then, Cesar looked like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he
he's
looked-
not doing good.
he lost a fight.
Now, I will say that the doctor was trying to get Gerald to the hospital. And Cesar is at the hospital. Gerald hopefully will be at the hospital. And they are both very powerful, if you were trying to think ahead.
Yeah.
However, at the moment, both of them are, indisposed.
Look, if we need some monster killers, I feel like I got some hands. I can throw hands, and I mean, Eric has got a big axe, so we could go over to the hospital, to the sewers or wherever, and see what's going on.
Are you envying the axe that I'm wielding?
Well, always.
Yes.
I mean, it's a pretty nice axe. Although you look a little tired there, you want to switch it over?
Here, you can try, Seamus.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
If I may make a suggestion, I think Miss Boop, you and Seamus should go try and help Gerald. He likely is the best lead to Mr. Raymond. Eric and I can go see if Geraldine has any insight on anything else, because I know where that is. And I need someone strong to stand between me and anything scary.
Okay, with the axe or without?
Well, I don't know. Seamus, have you gotten any better at lifting it the last 15
I mean, I'm
minutes?
happy to give it a hand.
Let's see. Let's do
Anyone
a
got like some
DC
chalk or
6.
something I can rub on my hands? Take a little dirt off the ground. Take some ash. Oh, you're not gonna believe this, but that was. Well, wait, hold on. It explodes.
Oh.
35.
Wow. He got so good at it.
Wow.
Okay. What does it look like when you take the axe from Eric?
I think like I go to reach for the axe from Eric, and we all expect for me to just kind of like drop it to the ground. And even to my own surprise a little bit, like he hands it over, and instead of just dropping it, I just like take it. And I'm like, oh, hey, this thing's pretty light now. I don't know what was the issue before. Maybe it was all the blood, made it a little slick. And I just kind of like start holding it, put it on over my shoulder, and I'm just carrying it. This thing ain't too bad.
There you have it. Okay. So, who's going up north and who's going down south?
I think I'm going south to the hospital.
Okay. Seamus. And who else?
I think it was Lawrence.
Lawrence is going
Alright.
north to Geraldine.
I think it was Miss
Okay.
Boop.
Oh, got it.
Oh, Betty.
Yeah, your knives.
Yeah, it was me. Sorry, I got pulled away for a second.
And then Eric and Lawrence. Going north. Okay. As you four split off into two, looking at one another as you make your way to the crosshairs of downtown. All the way up north, you can see the fire ranges, but at some point it begins to slow. Down south, though, there is no mercy. The southern area is burning much quicker because everything is on fire there. The north side, though, is kind of protected a little bit because that's where the Russos live. So, Seamus and Betty, you make your way. Eric and Lawrence, you make your way. Is there anything you four want to do or say before you go your separate ways?
Oh, perhaps we should have the radio before you go. Or do you think you'll need it to figure out where they are?
I think things are all just gonna be a mess down there. It might be better for you guys to keep it. Besides, we
Yeah, I
can
don't
always
think
grab
that-
one off of like a patrol car or something if we need one.
And there's also the one that the doctor has that Gerald is with, so worst comes to worst, we can always take ours.
Okay. Eric and Lawrence are going to take the radio.
Be
right.
safe, you two. Make good choices.
Always, always.
Oh, I make the best choices.
Every choice I make is a good choice.
I believe one of you.
Well, thank you.
Seamus
Definitely
and
the
Betty.
one- She did not mean Seamus.
Seamus and Betty, you make your way through the sewers down to Gerald and the dock. And Eric and Lawrence, you make your way up to the northern left-hand territory to Geraldine's address. Now, let's start with Eric and Lawrence, since as you guys make your way through the sewers, you're going to pass the Volcals, right? Are you wanting to pass by, or do you want to pop out for a second, check out what's happening in that area, or keep going?
I vaguely remember Rudolph being dead. Or whatever his
Randolph.
name is. Randolph.
From what you all heard, all of the leaders are dead. That was what has been spread, and Asphira has been taken hostage. That's what people have told you.
Does Liv have friends in the Volkovs aside from Randolph?
Oh yeah. The Volkov mansion was like a gaudy Versace, like marble and stone and like if Baroque threw up. He just really enjoyed that gauche style. And that means that a lot of really rich people like to go there just to be around that type of flamboyance. So you definitely would know anyone who frequented the mansion just for the looks of it.
Liv's favorite hunting ground. Eric, I could see if any of Liv's friends have seen her recently. Or we could keep going.
I mean, that's a good idea. I mean, it's on the way.
Okay. You guys pop out of one of their many entrances along the route from the center of the city up to the left-hand's territory. And just as it was in the center of the town, you can also see that it is fully like smoky and the flames are still riding high. The Volkov warehouse, as well as the mansion, as well as their entire territory, is lit up with fire. And on the outskirts of the territory are little pockets of survivors. who are kind of lost. They just don't know where to go or what to do because Randolph's not there. No one who like has any authority is there. And so Lawrence, what do you do as you kind of go through these like little camps of people? Many of them are injured, but they can't make it to the hospital. And so they're just there, covered in soot. Many of them trying to bandage each other with whatever they have.
Are these like Volkov people, or are they guests, or?
Both of you can give me a brains because I don't. You might be able to tell who's like a guest, but if you'd be able to tell who's Volkov, let's see. Let's make the DC a 6.
That's a 7.
Okay.
8.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to pick out. So these are just residents, like regular residents that are who just live in the territory. These are members of the Volkov, gang, and then or crew, and then these are people who were just visiting, like just were coming from other territories or other towns or other areas to go to the mansion. So you can kind of see there's a huge class differential, but you can also see that at some point they got humbled real bad because the people who came with like really finery and jewelry, those things have clearly been stripped from them at some point, including like their shoes and if they're wearing like a nice cravat or something. So they so they are looking just as destitute as everybody else. But you can clearly see there's a little huddle of some injured Volkov loyals who are just trying to like help each other, bandage each other up.
I'm gonna focus on the loyalists then, and kind of like march over to them and be like, "Now listen here. I understand that you've suffered a significant blow, as has the rest of the city, but I need you to help me find Liv, who we all adore.
Before you can finish talking, 2 of them get up quickly and move towards you because they immediately recognize that you're from one of the other territories, and they just start kind of talking over you, like, "Oh my gosh, have you seen Randolph? We were looking for Fatima, we didn't even see her anywhere. Where are the rest of the people? Have you seen the Piers?" Like they're just asking you tons of questions of like, have you seen anyone else other than the soldiers that are just generally walking around from any other territory? They're kind of just freaking out.
Focus. Get a hold of yourselves.
Go ahead and roll a charm. Let's make the DC a 6.
Eight.
Okay. You say that, and they quiet a bit, and you're able to continue talking.
Now, things are still in motion in this city. There are, potentially leaders at various hospitals. We're still gathering information, but I need you to tell me if you've seen Miss Liv or, I suppose, Miss Kallie or Mr. Raymond, but more importantly, Miss Liv.
They kind of nod, look at each other, and then look at you. And one of them goes, yeah, yep, yeah, I think it's her. Mm-hmm.
You think you've seen her?
Yeah, I think so. And he looks at the other guy, and he also nods. He's like, yeah, no, I think we have. And we might. It's a little difficult to remember. Might need some help. Kind of jogging our memories.
Eric stares him down. I'll give you some help.
Oh, great.
You tell us now, and I let you keep all your teeth.
That's great. Go ahead and roll a charm.
It's not going to go very well.
We'll say the DC, or you can just actually just hit them.
Probably we'll just hit one of them, actually.
Okay.
You kind of had it. It's the day.
DC is going to be like a 4.
Okay. There's fights or brawn?
Yeah, if you're using your fists, it's going to be brawn.
Brawn, okay. That's an 8.
Yeah. He looks over to you and he looks like hopeful. He's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, just grabs him by the shirt and like punch and continues to hold him by the shirt and looks at the other one.
The other guy next to him's like, whoa, okay. No, we haven't seen
This is
her.
not a time to profit off of information. Come on, we're trying to stay alive.
That's my bad. Oh, no, we haven't seen anybody. We haven't seen Randolph. We haven't seen Fatima. We haven't seen anyone. It's been dead quiet for a day and 2 days now. Where is everybody?
Some over at the hospital.
What?
One of these buildings. Looks at Lawrence like I think I'll let Lawrence answer everything. Yeah.
The injured are at the hospital. The missing are probably dead. And if I find Miss Liv, I will let her know what you just tried to pull and see if you see her around here again.
They both kind of hang their heads.
Yes.
Sorry.
Now continue to bandage yourselves up, and if you do hear anything, I expect you to very quickly send word.
Yeah. Okay. And they sit back down and continue to bandage themselves. Obviously the morale around here is rough. It's both quiet and loud at the same time.
I think Lawrence kind of takes all this in and like huffs with grumpy old man disgust and is like, use these days. Listen here, all of you. Whatever is happening in this city, the only way it defeats you is if you let it. So bandage yourselves up, band together, and we will fight this enemy out of the city.
Let me get a charm roll. DC, unfortunately, Lawrence, if you were any of the peers, perhaps everyone would know you. So it's going to be a 10. But maybe they can understand.
It's doable. I'm rolling a D12. That's a 12.
Okay.
That's an 11. So math tells me that's a 23.
Wow. There are a couple of people who kind of recognize you. But most of the people here really don't. However, I'm assuming you all have signature looks, just like the peers have signature looks. And so I think they recognize some level of authority. You're not the Volkovs, but to be honest, they haven't heard from anybody in like 2 days. They will freaking take it. So they're like, okay, someone's here. Okay. And they're gobbling it up. And so you kind of see a couple of people's, back straighten. And they're kind of nodding. And you guys continue on your way back into the sewers. I will say, as you get closer to the left hand's territory, which the left hand are completely underground, they don't have any above ground housing or anything like that. They have made basically like a little like trash city in a discontinued water treatment facility that's underground in the sewers. And so you get to that place. It is like you're walking in the sewers, and you would suspect to start hearing people talk, hearing the voices, because it's like a little mini city down there. But as you approach, you hear silence. And you get closer and closer, and finally you get to the entrance. And you get to see this large, basically like mini city made of trash, plastics, and things that have been left over, things that aren't being recycled because it's not really a big thing at the moment. And you see it looks like a bit of a structure. It's as good of a structure as you're gonna get. It kind of looks like a huge cardboard box, but on the top are like overlapping grates. And you kind of see like other little pockets. There's like alleyways. It does look from afar like a little mini city. And the city is littered on the ground with dead bodies. And you both stand there in silence as you look over the once bustling area that was the Left Hand's Northern Territory. And we will go back to Seamus and Betty. You guys are making your way back to the dock. Luckily, the sewers are actually super navigable. You guys are able to find like the one that they are in. However, you can kind of hear her muffled voice from afar as you guys get closer. But as you do get closer and the water and the sewer water gets deeper, you also stop as you can hear something moving in the water. And it is between you and the dock that's down the sewer. What are you guys doing?
Can we see the thing that's in the water between us, or?
The moment you still see just water, you can just like feel or see like little ripples. You know something's down there, but it hasn't surfaced yet.
So it's like a swamp monster situation. Maybe it's a crocodile. I mean, you always hear there in the sewers.
Yeah, it could be a crocodile.
You wanna throw any knives at it and see what happens?
You gonna be ready with that axe if it jumps up right at us?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'll get in the way.
Okay.
I'll get the axe ready. If it lunges, I'll kill it.
Okay. Dagger, dagger.
You throw a dagger in the water, like a little further up, obviously, just to kind of see if it attracts anything. And at first, the water is still. Nothing happens. And then, very quietly but quickly, you do see something move. You can see the barely like black-green shining shell of a carabus come up off the water like a humpback whale and then go back down, kind of chasing the knife. You don't see the whole thing, but that is what you see come up from the water and go back down.
Did it chase the knife?
Yeah. Like when you threw it, it seemed to come towards the sound of it and kind of like chased it under the water because obviously it hit probably the ground.
So is there like a ledge that we can climb onto and like walk around instead of being in the water?
I will say no.
Alright. So is this like some sort of crab that came up from the lake?
It's a good question. You guys can make a roll to see if you can. I mean, you only saw it for a second, but you can see if you can try to identify that little bit you saw.
Yeah,
At least on the animal.
I'll give it a crack.
Okay. It's going to be a brains roll. I'll say, I don't think either of you have actually. Oh, no, you haven't. So, yeah, the DC is going to be a 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I rolled a 4, which explodes,
Nice.
and to a 3, and I'll add 3 to it from my adversity tokens to make the 10.
Okay.
Oh. I also exploded, which
Jeez.
gives me an 11 total.
That's funny. I love that. Okay. Actually, I guess now, yes, you two would immediately recognize this because either you have seen it, particularly Seamus, since I think you were in the office at that time. I can't remember.
I come and go.
But I'll say that you both either remember being told or saw that there was a huge bug one day that was in the office, seemed to come out of nowhere. It was a huge beetle, humongous. And everyone was kind of freaked out about it. But, Liv has her ways. And this thing has the exact same coloring of a Carabus shell.
Oh, frick, it's the big bug.
Wasn't that like Miss Elizabeth's pet or something?
Yeah, something like that. All I know is they were yelling about it being in the office one day.
Then maybe it won't hurt us at all. We can just go around her.
I don't know. I don't think your daggers are going to do much to that kind of shell, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking maybe we don't fight it at all. We just can go around it.
Yeah,
It didn't seem like it tried to eat anybody.
Can you, lure it off, or can we, distract it with some noise? I could just chuck the axe somewhere and we could book it.
You're gonna chuck the axe that was very important to Mr. Raymond?
It's just a suggestion. Just an idea, to make some noise. Oh, what, you want to throw yourself in the water or something?
No, but I think I have some. Let's see. What do I got in here? I got some. Oh, you know what? I got this pomade. Mr. Raymond always makes me carry it around because, if he forgets his, then he can fix his hair. Anyway, it smells really good. I bet if I threw this in the water, he would chase it and stay busy with it for a while instead of just a metal thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if it smells if it's hungry or something like that, maybe he'll think it's food.
Yeah. So I'm gonna open the pomade and throw it as far away from the direction we want to go as possible.
Okay. This is a sewer, so it's just basically a long tube. So are you throwing it to the side of the width, So you're going to try to go around it, or you're trying to throw it behind you and you guys are going to
kind of behind us and hope it just kind of goes around us.
Yeah, we're going to have to be careful if it tries to bite us. I'll get away with the axe in case it comes after one of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll a flight.
Ron? Oh.
Well, roll a flight to see how stealthy you guys are as it you'll just throw the thing. You throw knives for a living. So you're able to throw it and it's a good plunk, but it is gonna have to go past you both as you try to squeeze on the side and stay still. So let's see if it notices you. So it's gonna be a flight roll, and either both of you can do it or one of you can do it. I would probably suggest both. That way maybe the other one can help the other if someone's really low. And we're gonna make the DC a 12.
All right.
Ugh.
Well, we're gonna have to explode if this is the
Have
work,
to
though.
explode, yeah. Or use all my adversity tokens. Let's see. Oh, I missed the cup. Oh, that's not too bad. So I got an 8, but I could spend 2 adversity tokens to get it up to a 10. Was it a 10 or a 12?
12.
12.
Well, I'd have to spend 4 to get it up to a 12 then. What'd you get?
I got a 6, but if I put 2 tokens in it, it'll explode. So I'm probably gonna do that.
All right. I'll spend my force so that we at least have one success.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that ends up being like a 15.
Wow.
Okay.
So I got just a 12.
Okay. It, once again, at first you don't see or hear anything, and then you see the ripples kind of move across the surface of the water. You don't see it surface this time. It is swimming under the water, but you watch the ripples follow. It moves quick. So as soon as it is over by that area, you two will need to book it. And I'll let you ride that high flight. As it passes you and goes to the item, you two can just book it. However, Seamus will be first, moving faster, and Betty will be behind him. And you both are running to Gerald and the dock, who is at the end of the sewer line. Because the creature, as soon as you move, is going to turn around and come after you. So let's have another flight roll as you guys are running to see if you make it. As you kind of see the dock kind of with like a makeshift stretcher that she's put Raymond on, and she's on like a little ledge, right above the water on the other side of the sewer. And she kind of sees you guys and she kind of stands up and kind of waves her hands to make sure you see her.
Are we gonna have to go back the way we just came to get to the hospital? Or
Uh-huh.
no, we don't. No, we don't need to go. Well, we do want to go to the hospital. You said yes, we do.
Yep.
Okay, it might be better to stand my ground here. I don't know. All right.
I don't know if we even want to fight this thing, man. It doesn't seem like it actually wants to eat us.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll see.
Let's see what you guys do. If you're moving forward to Gerald and the dock, roll another flight. If you're staying, just tell me what you're doing.
I'll keep running.
Okay.
I don't want to get separated just yet.
Okay, 2 flights. DC. Actually, it's going to be opposed as it is running towards the sound of you two running very quickly. And you guys are making a big splash. So,
Dang it.
let me see what you need to beat. Ooh. You need to beat a 12.
Ha! Well, I got a 4, so
Well, I got a 2, so
we are.
that is not gonna happen there.
Wow,
You guys are.
it's fast.
I mean, you guys are. You had a head start. It just is catching up with you. You're already almost at the end, and the doctor is right there. She's already has her hands out, waiting for you both to get to the edge so that she can pull you up. But what she sees that you guys don't see is as it gets closer to you, she sees the top of the carapace come up again. Then she sees the dip of the carapace that goes to like this creature's antennae and its head, and 2 huge insectoid mandibles, and 2 what used to be, as if you guys remember, 2 black jeweled eyes are red, and they look like they are like have been boiled or burned. And this creature is kind of like bleeding a little bit in like the face area, and there are some gashes on its carapace. So she obviously gets very, very freaked out. She's like, oh my gosh, because it is huge, much bigger than you two. And it is basically rising from the water so that when it does catch you, it will catch you in its mandibles. So let's have another flight roll. Last one to see if it catches up to you. So, gotta beat a 8.
It's risen out of the water now, so it could hear us, right?
Yes.
So, what if I just yell at it, stop? don't hurt us.
Okay.
Instead of flying, and do charm instead.
Okay. Go ahead and roll charm.
We don't want to hurt you. We just want to get our friend to safety.
And Seamus, what are you doing?
I tried to continue running and I rolled a 3.
Okay.
I don't have enough adversity tokens to save me.
As even though Seamus, you were in front and you're so close, you see Betty stop and turn around, and you can't leave her.
I rolled pretty good. It's an 18.
Okay. He is going to roll. He's going to roll a grit. He has to be at an 18. As it literally comes up to you, and it is over top of both of you at this point, looming over you. Ooh, close. Got a 16.
Oh, crap.
Mm-hmm. It stops when it hears your voice. Its antennae kind of come down, like bloop. What is it, like scoop down, and they kind of like start to, smell you. And its mandibles are still very close to you, and you do see that it has like very sharp pincers in its like mouth region. And if it wanted to, it could probably snap you in half with one bite. But it stops. The doctor is gasping, confused. What is happening?
I don't know, but this thing used to be the pet of Miss Liv. So I'm kind of hoping it just remembers us or smells her on us or something.
Okay, well, what do we do now?
I'm gonna very slowly back up onto the shore.
I'm gonna take out like one of my notepads and notebooks that I use to write just missions that Cesar gives me, and I'm gonna just kind of gently throw it behind the creature and see if it draws its attention.
Okay.
Toss it off to the side.
Okay. We will let these actions ride with the high charm, with it not pursuing you anymore. However, and so you're able to throw it, and you're able to get on to the shore. You're both able to get onto the little platform. However, it sees you now. It's not going to go for the paper.
Oh, that was good paper. That sucks.
So it simply is there staring at all of you. It knows you're there. It can see you.
Man, I was really hoping this thing was blind.
Nope. You can now, as you guys are really watching it, I think originally you may have thought it looked like hurt. In a way, it kind of does, but not like it was hurt by something else. You can kind of tell it seems to have things on it have changed. Either of you and the doctor could probably roll a brains roll. We'll make the DC a 6. And we'll have the doctor have a D20 because she's a doctor. We'll roll for her. Well, she doesn't know what that damn thing is. She got 2.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Okay. What did I say the DC was?
6.
6. Okay. Seamus, you can kind of tell that these aren't. You've seen bruises. You've given bruises. You've seen cuts and things from the outside. This thing more looks like it like something changed on the inside and then bursted on the outside, like a mutation. So like the cracks in its carapace looks like meat pouring out, like it's flesh pouring out, but then it's like bubbled as if it's like bursted out for some reason. Its mandibles are sharp and large. The stuff in its mouth and like the ooze, which you originally thought was blood, just seems to be a weird ooze, almost as if it had some sort of infection, and that infection is what changed it. And you also can probably see that it kind of reminds you more of the were-rats, like the weird mutation of those creatures, than like this thing had been beat up.
Man, you've been put through a lot now, haven't you?
Simply stares at you.
Oh man, I think this guy is sick or something. He's not doing so hot. See, the mucus there, that's some sort of infection, which makes sense in the sewers.
Like them rat peoples, they were just people that were like sick or something.
Yeah, kind of like that. Or were they rats that became people? Is this thing becoming a person? Yo, can you understand us?
It just stares at you.
Alright, cool. Hey, you're better with words than I am. Sweet talking or something.
The doctor is kind of looking at you two like, we don't have time for this. What are we doing?
We're gonna try and talk it to let us get around it. Calm down. He survived this long, right?
Talk to
All right.
it.
Excuse me, Mr. Bug. Have you perhaps seen Liv around? We've been looking for her.
I am going to make a roll for this creature. And I believe I already gave it stats, but I don't know if I wrote those down. We're going to give it a D6 for grit. Go ahead and roll your charm. It'll be against this creature's grit. Oh, shoot. You got to be kidding me. Well, you got to beat a 1.
Oh, good, because it's a 14.
That's crazy. It rears back. It has 6 legs, but it basically like sits down in the water and it kind of splashes up onto you guys, and it rears back so that you can see its under carapace. And basically the top half that's closest to its front 2 legs cracks open and sort of splays open like it's opening a card.
Like
and
a Polly
inside
Pocket?
you see an unconscious Liv,
Ah!
sort of nestled between beetle meat. She looks worse for wear. She's unconscious. You can see that she has some gauze on her eyes, and one of her hands kind of falls limp.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Holy crap!
Oh my god!
Doctor, you can perform surgery.
No, yeah. Let's get her out of there. And excuse me, Mr. Beetle, would you please swim all of us to the hospital? You're big enough. We could all ride on your back. She looks hurt. She looks almost dead. Oh my god!
She's been freaking eating. Of course, she looks almost dead.
Not eaten. He's taking care of her. Did you not watch how he beautifully unfolded himself for her?
Yeah, that was not right, man. Lobsters don't do that.
Now,
He's not a lobster. He's a scarab. They're holy in Egypt.
So's cats, but they don't.
And they are perfect beings.
Now, the check was for talking to the creature, specifically asking him about Liv, and you got your answer. Therefore, we're going to need another check for them to number one, I'm just gonna say now it does understand what you guys are saying. However, it's gonna need a pretty high check for it to do the opposite of what it thinks it needs to do, which is within it, in its place of safety, is safe. And you're telling it to take her out. So it's going to be another charm roll against their, well, should it be brains? I think brains, actually, because you're saying hospital. So yeah, we'll see how smart they are. We'll give it a how smart do I want this thing to be? Well, it can't be a D4 because its charm is a D4. We will give its brain a D10.
Oh, so it's smarter than me. Got it.
The beetle is as smart as Liv.
And you gotta beat a 7.
Which kind of makes sense. Oh, got a 16.
Okay. The carapace closes, like the front carapace closes. It kind of melds itself back together again. It goes back under, like back on all sixes and kind of looks at you. And for a moment, you're not really sure what it's thinking, but you can assume it's kind of weighing its options, right? Trying to think about what you said and trying to make a decision. And then it kind of goes up next to both of you, all of you that are on the little platform, and basically ducks its head down, but keeps its carapace up. And you guys now have a ride.
All right, everybody on the bug. Let's go.
We're really doing this?
We're hoofing it. We got to get to the hospital.
Is the patient, the other guy, here? Do we need your help carrying him?
Yeah, Gerald was on like a little makeshift stretcher that she made.
I'll get Gerald up on top then.
Yeah. And she's like, we're going on the bug. Okay.
On the bug. I know it's a weird day.
Okay. She'll do that very tentatively. But you all will get on the bug. I will leave you guys there as we go back to Eric and Lawrence, who are making their way finally, who have made their way finally to the left hand's lair, looking for Geraldine and find another massacre.
Can I just say I love my bug?
It's a good boy.
It's a very good boy. What state are these bodies in? What looks like killed them?
What does it look like happened? It's not exactly the same as the whirlpool that happened at Esfira's. It's something a little bit different, but it was really bad. It seemed more like something had come from the top of, like, because it's a huge kind of like it's like a huge bowl, and then in the center of the bowl is the city. So there's a lot of top space because there's a bunch of other sewer lines that come in from the top. So it looks like something came from the top and basically like a fragment bomb went off. And so people have things sticking out of them like shrapnel and glass and metal, like it came from the trash, but it like flew at them at a high speed.
Jeez.
And all at once.
Is
So
there
like
any
a trash tornado.
pathway to go? Is there anyone we recognize?
You would have to go down there. Right now you guys are at the entrance, so you're like a little above and you're looking down. To go like walk the city, you'd have to go down and walk the city and look at the bodies.
Should we assess?
Yes, we should probably see if there's anyone we know here.
Eric grabs the gun out of his ankle holster just in case.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah, you guys walk around. Right off the bat, you don't see anyone too familiar. Like, you've seen a lot of the left-hand people. They do a lot of their work with the rum runners, and many of them are also rum runners because the left hand is unaffiliated. So they tend to mainly stick to the sewers, but you've seen them around because everyone kind of uses them. And so this is just their folks, right? Everyone who's under Geraldine or Gerald, but mostly Geraldine. But you don't see Geraldine in the chaos.
Well, that's a relief. Miss Liv would be devastated.
She certainly would. So no one of note. I'm starting to think we're very lucky to be alive.
Generally, I like to think that almost every day, but yes, today especially, we are very lucky.
I mean, I guess you being up there in the years, that makes more sense. I don't think about it very often.
With the business we're in, you might want to.
Noted. Okay. So what are we doing here again?
Well, this is where the note said that some sort of meeting was going to take place. Honestly, this is where I know I delivered notes to Geraldine when Liv wanted to have one of her tea parties. So I'm hoping that Geraldine's nearby and has seen Liv.
You can find Geraldine's hovel. The address, quote unquote, obviously they don't have addresses here, but essentially it tells you what alley to walk down, how many lefts to take, how many rights to take, stuff like that. And then it gives you it gives you a description of her house, so you can follow that and find it. Her house is, well, it was just a little tiny shack, made mostly of metal, and it is now rubble, completely flattened on the ground.
Well, damn.
Any other places?
Do we see any sign of Geraldine?
You guys can take a walk and make a roll. See if you can find any. It'd be a brains roll. I'll say DC 8.
It's technically possible.
Yeah.
That's a 5.
That's a 6.
Oh, no.
I mean, you guys look around and you find a bunch of stuff that tells you that Geraldine was here. You see that, the little tea set that she had that she specifically bought for Liv because she certainly doesn't do tea parties. And you see, she has some pictures that were kind of all smashed by the rubble. It's clearly that this is her house. It also doesn't look like anyone was in it. You don't see a body poking out anywhere.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we could just search the area until we find something useful, or we hear back from the others. They have the radio. Well, the other radio. We have a radio and they have a radio, so hopefully they'll radio in if they need us.
As you say that, you hear a shuffling.
I look toward the shuffling.
Yeah, gun pans around toward shuffling.
From afar, like down one of the alleys, you can kind of just hear something, but you can't see anything. You'll need to walk closer to it.
Should we call out?
Oh,
Should we? We need his stealth.
I think we should go quietly, and you should go first.
Understood. But
Okay.
yeah, okay. I mean, in terms of who has more life left to live, no, I got it. I'll go.
I think you going first means both of us will have more life to live.
Oh yeah, Lawrence, you had me thinking about. I hadn't really thought about it, and now you got me thinking about it.
Don't. You're immortal, dear. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, okay. I got this. All right.
Okay, you guys are gonna move in silence. So go ahead and both of you make a flight roll. I mean, this place is kind of tricky to traverse because there's a lot of stuff everywhere. I mean, it's made of trash and it's been trashed, so gonna be difficult not to make any noise. So we're gonna say the GC to not make any noise is going to be a 15. The DC to get to where you're going before whatever is making a noise realizes that you're close is going to be a 10. So go ahead and roll your flights.
Light. All right. All right. I have only a 5.
Okay.
17 from Lawrence.
Okay. Eric,
We're good at one thing in this family.
Yeah, Lawrence does the same damn thing he does all the time. Except this time, Eric, you are, you're stealthily trying to move from, building to building, alley to alley. You're trying to like keep quiet, but you're still making noise. Like we can hear your footsteps on broken glass, on rubble, because it's kind of impossible to be quiet. Meanwhile, you just assume that Lawrence is behind you the whole time. And then you get to one of the corners and you guys can both hear the rubble moving around, and you kind of look around and Lawrence is already like right next to the guy. It is a man, and he is kind of digging through the rubble, and he doesn't see Lawrence, and Lawrence is just standing behind him.
Do I know have I seen him before? Do I know who this is?
He is bent over. However, I will say, would you be able to tell? Maybe you can make a brains roll to see if just from like maybe what he's wearing and I don't know how he's bent over, if you could tell from the back. Like
Tanya, tell me, do I know that as?
Good point. That's a good point. Yeah, at least you would 100% know if this was one of Liv's friends, at the very least. But if you want to know like who this guy is, or at least what faction or territory he's with, that's going to be a DC 8.
It's theoretically possible. That's a 2.
Okay. You do know that no, this person has never been in Liv's vicinity, nor would she allow him to be. He is like an average height man. He's not young, but he's not old. He's probably about his mid-20s. He is bent over, kind of shifting through a bunch of the rubble, kind of like cursing to himself, like under his breath, like annoyed that he has to do this task.
Looking for something.
He shoots up immediately and turns around. Oh shit. And he's gonna book it.
I want to book it after him.
I mean, Eric is like tries to like just clears his throat loudly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We can say that he turns around, sees Lawrence, freaks out, tries to book it, and then comes smack dab with a gun in his face. It's like, oh no.
Let's have a talk. What are you doing here?
He kind of puts his hands up. I'm just rummaging around. I didn't have anything to do with this. And then Eric, as you're looking at him, go ahead and roll a brains roll. We'll make the DC 4.
That's a 7. I guess that's. Are we still doing the +1? I guess that's an 8. But that's really bad in terms of the rules, I think.
He is not from the left hand. Neither the north or the south. He is definitely from one of the other territories. And you know which territory he's from.
Ooh.
Technically, they're not a territory. Because she's the queen of the entire syndicate.
What did she have you doing?
I'm just looking for just looking for some stuff. No one's having me do anything. It's just chaos up there, I'm just trying to just trying to survive.
Well, if you'd like to survive, I suggest you start being a little bit more honest with your answers. Very open communication here.
I can't. Let me get one of you to either make a fight roll or a brawn roll, or basically intimidating him or hitting him, or make a charm roll to try and get him to talk. We'll say if you're trying to just beat it out of him, DC is going to be a 4. If you're trying to charm him, DC is going to be a 10.
Probably going to choose violence unless you say otherwise.
You know what? Choose violence.
All right.
Okay.
Fight roll. All right. That's a 7. Yes, max him with, I guess, I don't know, pistol whips. It's kind of violent. But this is times call for it.
He's like, oh man, fuck. Okay. Jeez. Look, I'm super low level, man. I don't even have like a station. We're cool. I'm just looking for a thing. When I find the thing, I'm supposed to bring it back somehow, and that's all I got. Okay.
Define thing.
He pulls something out of his pocket and shows it to you. It is a picture of the large double-sided axe hammer.
Now, why would you want this?
You couldn't even
I
carry
don't want it. I was just told to come retrieve it, man. It's supposed to be here. I didn't know this whole place was like demolished. This looks rough, right? Woo! Glad we're not here. You know what I'm saying?
You're alive. Why is that?
Well, I've been up north mostly. I haven't really left the northern area really. It's kind of my first outing. So,
do you know what's going on right now?
I mean, we've been told that there's going to be some rearranging of some of the territories, and so we I don't know. We're not. I'm not like a, I'm not like an on the ground kind of guy, I just mostly do like errands. So, but that's the Red Syndicate, right? I mean, you guys fight all the time, I think.
Young man, we don't burn Chicago down every year. This is a bit excessive.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. The wise men, they kind of have their own agenda.
What have you heard about their agenda?
It's just mainly what I've seen, right? I'm assuming this is their work here. Yeah, it's pretty much a lot of this.
Is this what she wants?
I don't pretend to know Mrs. Russo's, prerogative, man. Yeah. I'm not the one to ask.
Her own buildings too in this, right? Or no?
Did she?
I don't know. Like out of character, is the hotel considered? Whose is that? Was that
the
hers?
hotel was burnt down.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Why?
When was the last time you saw Miss
Uh, 2 days ago, I think. We've still been getting orders from her. We just haven't seen her. She's a busy woman. She's taking over the city and everything.
How do you know the orders are coming from her?
He kind of like shrugs. Who else would they be coming from?
Okay. Well,
I
was
see
gonna
we've
kill
got
you.
ourselves a thinker here, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna kill you based on the answers before, but
Hey, man.
now I'm wondering if you're just too dumb to realize you're not taking orders from your actual boss. Probably at this point.
Okay, that's also very hurtful.
But like, I don't know. Do you ever think about like immortality? I mean, I know we're both like not as old as this guy, but
He kind of looks to Eric and then looks to Lauren and looks back to Eric. Not really. I guess I will now.
I mean, look at all these dead bodies. Like this could be us.
Yeah.
What if you're running errands for the left hand instead?
Make a roll for me here as you're saying all of this.
Make an existential dread roll, please.
What's that as existential dread?
I think a DC. It's gonna be a 4.
For which one?
I think charm.
Charm? Oh, I'm so good at charm, you know?
I like that the most flippant, happy-go-lucky character's familiar has just caused so much dread for people.
I rolled a 2. I do have 2 adversity tokens. Are they worth spending? I'm asking myself.
That's up to you.
Why not? That explodes up to a 7.
Okay. He kind of looks around, kind of stares at the ground for a minute, and then looks back up at you. Look, I don't 100% know what's going on, to be honest, but things are. You're right. Things are kind of insane. I mean, everything is burning. Except up north. So
How about you help us? You know who we are, right? You know who we work for.
he kind of looks at both of you. No, I don't think so. Have I met you before?
I've seen you around.
Oh, really? Noticed me?
Yep.
Wait, what is this? Do you two need a moment? Is this becoming something?
I saw how you also run errands really well. So
Okay. Charm wasn't this high, but this guy is now pretty pathetic, so we'll let that ride. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't grow up in the in the in the Russos gang. I actually started on the docks. Was kind of hoping someday I could meet Mr. Cesar and maybe run some errands, but he kind of just takes the best, and so I was kind of just hoping to kind of work my way up,
yeah,
to
you want to be like Seamus, like his right hand man.
Seamus. Oh, yeah, that guy's crazy.
Yeah, he is. I mean, maybe he probably won't live long based on how he is. So maybe you could work
You
your
do
way
a
in.
position opening?
Potentially.
Not through any nefarious means of. Don't get any ideas.
No, I would never. No.
He'll
As I've
he'll
said,
fight himself
he's
into an early
crazy.
grave without your help.
Yeah. I've never even. I don't even know how to use a gun. I couldn't. But I'd love to learn. Been taking knife lessons. He pulls out a butter knife. I haven't been able to afford like an actual knife, but and he kind of shows you some moves with the butter knife. Pretty good.
Wow.
Anyway, so are you guys also looking for something here?
Mm,
Is anyone alive?
yeah, have you seen anybody alive? Yes.
Oh, yeah. The one woman who runs the northern area. I stayed out of her way. I saw her kind of like kind of emerge from the rubble, fucking pissed. So I just stayed way away from that shit.
Which way did she go?
And then she went. She kind of went that way. And then once I figured it was clear, I kind of, started to look for the item.
All right. Well, good luck searching. We'll talk to you. Hopefully never, but
You'll
maybe later.
remember me, right?
Oh,
You'll put in a good word, and you'll tell Mr. Cesar if you see him.
If we
Sure.
see Caesar, yep, we'll tell him that you helped us, whatever your name is. I mean, what is your name? Yep,
Yeah, it's Timothy.
Timothy.
Yeah, Timothy.
well, good luck, Timmy.
Oh, my mom just calls me that. Thanks. And he has pointed you in the direction of where Geraldine left. And so she left this area. You can assume that she's no longer in this area, in this territory. She has left and gone up to the surface.
Okay.
As we are, I assume, heading in that direction, Lawrence will turn to Eric and be like, I have a lot of practice not judging people for their choices, and that young man did seem, very interested in you, but I might advise, I think you could do better, is all I'm saying. I won't judge you.
In me? What do you mean, like in working with us?
If you want to call it working, it's not the worst euphemism I've heard, but
Euphemism of no, no, I didn't mean it like that. No.
I think he did.
Oh, okay.
And again, not judging, but I do think you could do better.
I usually like the more put together.
Well, that is a bar he could never clear.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Don't forget me. As you guys leave this pit and go up to the surface, or make your way up to the surface, you have to go through the last bit of sewers that goes to the entrance on the other side. You can see the rage that you didn't see, but you know happened with Geraldine, as at some point she rose from what could have been her grave and found her way through the sewers and made her way back up. There's a door that's been smashed in that goes to like a little secret room, like a little secret hovel that had like a bunch of weapons and like dynamite and grenades, all that jazz. She is clearly stocked up. Okay.
What about it?
There's still stuff left, but she has stocked up. And you can kind of see that she, has probably walked up the stairs, didn't close any of the doors. There's a door off their hinges that goes up to the surface. She has decided to go to war, and she is walking directly towards the Russo's house. Now, you don't have to follow that path, but you do know where she's gone. What do you want to do?
I'm going to try and radio Betty and Seamus.
Okay. You guys already got the radio working, so you can just do that.
Miss Boop or Doctor, are you there? Is anybody on the other end?
I'll say that the doctor probably gave one of you the radio.
Hello?
On the back of the beetle, and he is taking you to the other entrance so that you can go to the hospital.
Come in, this is Boop.
Oh, fantastic. Well, good news is Geraldine is alive. Bad news?
Excellent.
We still have no idea where any of our people are, and she's headed toward the Russos. I think she's gonna go, die a glorious death.
Oh yeah, tell them about them not knowing if Miss C is giving Miss Russo. Miss Russo is, yeah.
Yes,
Sorry.
we also found an idiot that worked for the Russos, and he's looking for the axe that you have, and he also hasn't heard from Miss Russo herself in days. They're probably not actually taking orders from her, but some of them are stupid enough to think they are.
Excellent. Well, good news on our end. We have found Miss Liv and we are headed to the hospital.
Is she all right?
No, very much not. That's the bad news.
Is
She is alive,
okay?
but barely. We're gonna have to see once we get her out of this beetle.
I'm sorry?
I will have to explain in person. You won't believe it over the radio.
All right. I turned to Eric. I'm inclined to head toward the hospital, but if you want me to help you continue to look for Miss Kallie, I will do so. Miss Liv was very fond of her.
Where do we even think she'd be?
I have no idea.
One of you guys can give me a brains roll as you're in this side room. Let's make the DC. Well, actually, no brains roll needed right now. If you've looked around the room at all, you'll see that along with all of this stuff, this is also where they keep like their most important correspondence. So you'll see that there's like a little wooden box that seems to have been painted like pink with like flowers on it. That's where she keeps all of Liv's letters. And there's there's like another thing that's behind. It's not glass, but it seems to be like plexiglass that you can lift to like keep it from getting like moldy or wet. There's some letters in there or some papers. This is kind of where they keep like their important stuff that they don't want to get trashed, essentially. So you guys can kind of look around and see there's a bunch of stuff in here. You also will see that there is a correspondence with a different person who is called Doctor. But it is in code. And you can kind of see that somebody was reading it, maybe Geraldine, maybe somebody else. But it's like one of those notes that are in one of the sections that seem to be out. But it's in code. So as you guys are talking, somebody can do a brains roll on that.
Okay.
DC is going to be, well, who's making the brains roll?
Probably Lauren.
I would imagine.
But can Eric read?
Okay. Then
Yes.
the DC is going to be DC is going to be a 5.
That's 7.
You got a 5?
7.
Oh, 7. Jeez.
Nice.
As you are kind of talking and kind of reading, the letter is from a doctor. They self-prescribe themselves as a doctor. And it's not just like a doctor, it's the doctor is how they call themselves. And basically the letter is a short letter just explaining that they wanted to use one of the offshoots in the sewers. Like they wanted to like reserve it, which is pretty normal for the left hands, because even though they don't technically own the sewers, it's kind of known as their territory. So it's appropriate to make sure that you ask the leaders, either Geraldine or Gerald, if you can use spaces. So you kind of see in this letter that they're asking to use the space for, and they just call it, extracurricular activities.
Oh,
you
God.
will know that is what Raymond tends to call torture. And there's a response that just is like yeah, that's fine. And it gives them like the location of the place they can use. That's it.
And it looks like Geraldine had been looking at these before shit went down, or
It looks like it's something that was out and she just didn't put back because she didn't care. Like she's assuming she's never coming back to this place.
fair assumption. Well, I suppose we do have an option here, Eric. We could either, go to the hospital and see if there's any new information that's to be found there, or you could go after Geraldine and try and talk to her before she commits, suicide. Or we could, kind of look through the sewers and see if there's maybe any place Mr. Raymond or Miss Kallie could be hiding down here. It seems to be the only secure places left in the city.
I will say that the location is not in the is not in the northern left hand's territory. It's in the southern left hand's territory. It's like around Candy Cane.
I mean, let's try to find them. That's where our loyalties lie. I mean, she is my cousin after all.
All right. Do you think we should search the sewers for them then?
Is that where you think they are based on that?
Well, I mean, there's this letter that could be someone doing weird things. I don't necessarily know that it would have anything to do with our people. It's south of here, but I mean, looking at how things are above the sewers, hiding in the sewers might not be such a bad idea. If only to escape the fire.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I feel like we have to try to find them. So let's go where you think makes sense.
Okay. You guys make your way back through the sewers to search the area.
I'll let Betty and Seamus know that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Update us as soon as there is more news.
Yeah, hopefully by then Cesar's awake. Maybe we'll get more information then.
Lawrence and Eric, you make your way down the back through the sewers. Betty and Seamus and the doc, you guys make your way to the other side of the sewers yourselves. You make your way upstairs to the surface. The streets are still on fire. And you are helping the doc carry Gerald.
Whoa. They're shooting! Somebody's
And a
shooting!
helicopter descends. No. And on your, as you guys come out of the sewers, I can still hear the background of whoever that is.
What? Yeah, what is that?
Sounds like a sewing machine.
I don't know.
Oh, it is.
I think it's coming from normal, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, hold on. Let me double check.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, what is that? It does kind of sound like a chopper.
I was like, wow, your bunnies are getting loud.
As you guys get upstairs,
That should fix it. It's funny because that's been on the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I heard all the way until now. Yeah, the beetle raises up once again, opens its carapace, and on the bottom, Liv kind of falls out. And I'm assuming somebody catches her.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
The carapace closes, and the creature descends back into the sewers.
I pat the top of its carapace. Don't worry. Miss Liv will come find you as soon as she's well.
He goes under the water, and it's still once again. I will just say that the streets are obviously chaos, but you guys make it to the hospital. You're able to go in. The waiting room is pretty much cleared out. It's not quiet. There's like, you can still hear the people in the back, but the waiting room is pretty empty. There's like just a couple of people still waiting. And you can go and try to find the one doctor that's in the back and see if they'll take Gerald and Liv. And so we'll say that's going on while Lawrence and Eric, you two are searching the southern sewers again. And you do find that area where where it was supposed to be reserved. And it does look like somebody's been using it. It is empty now, but you guys can look around and make a brains roll to just kind of find some evidence of, because it's pretty fresh. So it could have been anybody, but this is, at this point, this and is really the only other lead you have for people doing stuff that was planned to get done before all hell broke loose. So let's make the DC. I think because Eric is here, the DC is only going to be a 2, because I would assume that they'd be able to find stuff about Kallie if anything was here.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want us both to roll?
Yeah, you can.
I got a 6.
3.
Okay. You both do find there's a trail of blood that is leading from this room out the door. You find, there's like a machete on the wall. There's like some rope and some bloody rope. Eric, you find that there's like a not a box, like a caged box. Look at one of those ones that look like from Gerald's place that used to have a were-rat in it. But it instead has nothing in it except for inside there looks like a bloody something that's wrapped in cloth.
Young man, you might
Unwrap
want to
it.
steal yourself.
You grab it,
Go ahead.
unwrap the cloth, and you find Kallie's hand. And I think that's where we'll stop for today's session.
Oh no!
I forgot about the hand.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Missing hand, no eyes.
Mm.
You guys are in a bad way.
Yeah, the Piers ain't doing so hot.
No.
Not doing so hot. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you all for listening. And we'll see you next time on X Marks the Spot, the real world. Hopefully we will find all of the Piers and get them all patched up in our next episode. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you all for listening to the Aging Journey podcast. We hope you are enjoying the campaign. Don't forget, you can listen to our podcast on our podcast website, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Lists will be in the description below. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. You can support the podcast on Patreon or join our Discord. Enjoy the journey.